Hey guys, Radioactive Beaver here with Advanced Vector for part 2 of the Linebacker series. In this part we're going to be focusing on the Linebacker Bravo. In case you missed my first video on the Linebacker Alpha, definitely check that out and like it. It's where I go over the configuration and a few matches in that game, but today in this video we're going to be focusing on the Bravo. So we'll take a look at its loadout first. I've decided to go with an LB5 XAC for the torso cannon on this one. Originally it came with a Gauss, but I liked the fact that by dropping the Gauss I was actually able to add several medium pulse lasers here, which I don't know. I'm still experimenting with this build a little bit. I may switch this to like an AC5 or something like that in the future, but to be honest, I haven't really messed around with the LBXs too much, so I thought I'd give it a try on this. As far as quirks, let's go back here. We'll take a look at the mech quirks for the Bravo. So we can see here it's got some armor bonus, acceleration bonuses, great. We'll talk about the some of the other perks of this mech and then its uses when we get into a match here. But so it does have a Gauss cooldown that I am not utilizing. Again, I'm not against Gausses per se, but I'm not a huge fan of them either. It just hasn't really lined up with my playstyle in the past when I had to play the Mad Dog C with those dual Gausses. It was pretty challenging for me. It's just not something that I super enjoy. But anyways, I'm going to get this bad boy loaded up into a match, and then I'll bring you guys back in.
Systems nominal.
Hey guys, here we are in the Linebacker Bravo. This is the second video in a series of videos I'm doing on the whole linebacker lineup. Well, I guess not the whole linebacker lineup. I ended up getting the standard pack with the hero add-on, so there'll be 4 in total. Again, just like my first video, I completely forgot that I left my microphone on. In these videos I'm actually recording the gameplay first and then coming back afterwards and doing the voiceover. It's just so much easier to play when I'm not having to focus on talking as well as managing the mech. So the Bravo here, as we went out in the loadout earlier, quad medium pulse lasers, LB5X. I'm actually, after playing with this particular loadout several times, I'm actually going to swap out that LB5X for just a normal Ultra AC5, or maybe a normal AC5. I haven't quite decided.
Acquired.
So, if you guys watched the video for the Alpha already, that is a savage match. It's definitely not a usual match. This match is more in line with what you would probably expect. So, you know, a lot of streamers and video and YouTubers out there, they only put on, like, you know, the most elite matches that they have and whatnot, and you're like, oh my gosh, these guys are gods. That's definitely not true. Don't think that whatsoever. We have horrible matches just like everyone. So anyways, we kind of went over the benefits of just these chassis in general in the Linebacker Alpha video. So we'll focus specifically more on the Bravo. So this mech is definitely, or this particular build of mine is definitely a shorter range, high output DPS type build. You know, with those 4 medium pulses, I can spam them, and as you're about to see right now, I'm going to unload on this Atlas. I'm going to keep that LB5X going. I'm going to keep cycling through these mediums, and I'm really just going to start putting the hurt down on this guy. So, you know, if you guys, I know that there's lots of people that are kind of maybe not hesitant isn't the right word, but you know, the medium pulses are like, oh well, you know, I like the ERs, they got better range. So these pulses, you know, having that extra damage, it really does make a difference. That extra 1 point of damage. You know, because between the 4 of them, that's 4 more damage that I'm getting every time I land a hit on this guy. So again, you can see right there, I am having some more heat trouble with this particular build over the alpha build, but you know, keeping those mediums going is actually quite the task. So anyways, this is definitely a brawler mech, so being on this map, which is typically a more of a brawler map, is actually refreshing. You know, I can kind of utilize it to its strengths. Play through, play solid. There's another one I got most damage dealt on. Actually, I don't even think I get too many kills. I think I may drop one guy. But you know, it's not about the kills. It's about winning the game and helping your team out, being that team player. So yeah, I mean, this is kind of where it's a toss-up between the LB5X and the AC5. The AC5s, you know, they have more directed fire. You should be hitting the same areas more often, whereas, you know, the LB5Xs, you know, they got that spread fire.
Target destroyed.
So anyways, we're kind of just moving around here, just kind of cycling. This is actually one of those games where my gameplay wasn't really that great. I wasn't necessarily taking tactical advantage of the layout of the mechs or of the terrain. Things just kind of happened to line up for me just right. I never really got focused. I never got primaried. You know, I didn't play horribly, but I would just say this is average gameplay, or at least what I consider average gameplay. You know, so this is definitely a more normal playthrough. Anyways, again, as you can see with this, just like the alpha, they're super responsive. Here I'm going to get torn up by this. By this Kodiak here, but there in just a few minutes that I was alive, managed to pull down 429 damage. I got a couple kill, most damage dealt. So we'll kind of finish out the rest of this map. There we go. You can see the team is struggling a little bit. I think we're behind by a kill or two. But yeah, so we'll kind of just watch the rest of this match. I don't want to talk your guys' ear off, and if things occur to me, we'll go from there. But I do have to say one thing. So after watching some of these other people play, maybe I will reevaluate on the averageness of my play. You know, I try not to be too critical when I'm spectating other people and whatnot, but like this guy, it almost seems like he's not playing with a mouse. Like, does he have a trackpad? I mean, maybe his ping is extremely horrible. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but I'm just like, I don't even know what's going on here. Like, this guy totally should have laid down way better fire than that. He seems super jerky. So, like I said, it almost seems like this guy is playing on a trackpad. So, you know, I don't know. Hopefully this guy doesn't get on here, see these videos, and he's like, oh, what the heck? But, you know, again, like I said, I'm not hating on you, man. I don't know what your setup is, but, you know, if you're playing with a normal keyboard and mouse, you know, definitely try to be more fluid in your movements. Jerking around and stuff back and forth isn't going to help. So, anyways, we'll look at the stats. While we're waiting for those to come up, I do appreciate all the support I get from you guys on the channel. This was a loss for us. Again, I feel like I did well, and sometimes you can play a good game and you just take a loss. So hit up the other linebacker videos that I have. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Please hit a like. We're trying to get 100 viewers, 100 subscribers, so I can get that custom URL. Until next time, we'll see you on the battlefield.